doubt I bid you farewell. In this mortal form, I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path.
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone. Soaring above the lands. This is permanence! For the next tomorrow, the new world will arrive. The fury of cold flames consume me. The flames in this body are not this nuance. Tear open the sky.
Fight the bully. Fight the bully. Fight the bully.
A scorching hatred. World Sun's embers. Feel the new world's dawn. Is that all?
Everyone, let's drown him in our spit! Defend his body! Go, my little fiend!
Is that all? Merely empty shell.
Fight the bully!
This nuance. Tear open the sky. Is that all? I will never yield to such a empty shell. I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Fight the bully!
Earth shatters, heaven trembles. I'm fine.
Press the attack.
I'm fine.
To the defeated, oblivion. In the name of law, I declare your downfall is absolute.
Mountains roar. Dragons rise! Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone. Soaring above the lands. This is permanence!
wants to be you. I'll show them my illusion.
Sparks isn't over yet.
Stop her! She's trying to escape to the crowd!
No need to panic, you two. Sunday will share my vision with you. Let my eye of Ishvara see through it all. Weal and woe, clear as day. I see where the culprit is. Not you.
Are you okay?
Where did everyone go?
Look over here.
General Yao Guang? Am I seeing things?
We're just attuned to each other, that's all. Feeling dizzy? Don't worry, it's just a minor side effect. When I first opened my eyes, I couldn't even conduct basic self-care for nearly a month. Don't worry though. With my reinforcement, you'll be back to normal in a moment.
Thank you, General. By the way, above your head,
Can you see the sign above my head? So, whether it brings weal or woe, whether it changes or not, please keep this secret safe from me. Don't let me know, and don't let anyone else, okay? Hey, I went out of my way to help you here. Can't you give me a discount? Consider it good karma. I'm afraid not. As an observer, your gaze reaches far deeper than his. In that fleeting moment, your eyes gained insight into my destiny. For those who wish to defy their own destiny, the best approach is to avoid gazing too long into fate, especially not letting powerful observers do so. Now that you know the reason, surely you'll do me this small favor and keep this secret? Thanks. And of course, be careful not to let it slip. Or else. I'll tell everyone all about your true identity. You're a former Stellaron hunter, aren't you? Oh, just imagine the chain reaction that would cause. I don't even want to think about it. Doesn't this feel like the opening scene of a comedy? Two people who barely know each other, yet they're keeping each other's destiny a secret. I guess you could say we're now partners in fate. No surprise there. After all, both comedy and fortune-telling thrive on unexpected twists and turns of fate, don't they? Alright, looks like the side effects have worn off. Time for us to say goodbye.
And you? Are you okay?
What just happened?
I was so confused. I couldn't see a thing. All I remember is Sparksy and the Nameless got into a fight.
I saw everything. The Nameless from the Express smashed Sparksy right into the wall with one swing. That strength was unreal.
That was such an epic fight, as expected from a cosmic hero. That was seriously awesome.
Looks like the students have all recovered from the contamination.
Did they recover?
Sparksy probably didn't expect that the first miracle of the Phantasmoon games wouldn't be everyone becomes her, but the Express hero defeats the villain spreading the virus. Compared to a streamer reflecting people's desires, the fearless trailblazer of the Astral Express is more of an attention grabber. That's right. Sometimes the supplicants work together, sometimes they clash. It's like a coin toss. No telling which side will land until the moment it hits the ground. At least this time, I hope it doesn't end in bloodshed. You're one step closer to an audience with Aha. Right now, all of Plain Arcadia is watching you, and all of their attention's flooding over you, and the mask you wear. Make the most of that attention. From now on, you'll represent the Trailblaze to show this world of elation what elation is. Show mercy. Or don't. No, I'm just kidding. Lower your bat. The audience in this Arcadia doesn't go easy on losers at the games. She'll lose her wish power soon enough, and the Sparksy virus will fizzle out. You can hand her over to the Department of Aberration Defense for imprisonment, or set her free. As a supplicant who's become the focus of all, I'm sure you've already made your decision, right?
When she absorbed me, I thought it was all over. Thankfully, gray hair, you won this one. 1 point for the Trailblaze. Who knows? But come on, doesn't that sound insanely cool? I'm totally adding this to Miss Sparkle's 132 origin stories. Maybe we're all just masks that someone else has shed. The tavern? They might kick up a fuss about Sparksy's defeat for a few days. Maybe some foolish hotheads might even come knocking to fight you. But trust me, give it a couple days and the tavern will act like none of it ever happened. If I really am a mask, then naturally, I should return to my wearer's face. But if I'm not, then maybe I need to reclaim the mask I've lost.
I understand.
So, Victor, here to claim your prize? Very well. Sparksicle has no objections to that. So what'll it be? Gonna hand me off to the Department of Aberration Defense? Lock me up as a hardened criminal? But knowing you, you're not that heartless, are you? Or maybe you want to take away my streaming account as punishment. I'll livestream 24/7 and sing praises of your valor. All right! Let what belongs to the Graffia family return to the Graffia family. But don't let this little win get to your head. You've still got a long, long way to go before you meet the laughter. We can keep working together. Better to have a friend at the Phantom Moon Games than another enemy, right? What? No parting words? How do you like this ending, Sparksicle? Old model. You and your powerful supporters won this one. I've got no comeback. As a mask, what do you plan to do with your original self? Who's the mask and who's the original? Shouldn't that be decided by the one left standing? Your plan is finished. Your elation has been eliminated. You're the one who should be called the old model. That elation isn't mine. It's the elation everyone chose. And besides, wasn't it your idea in the first place? What? You told me to leave you behind. You also told me to take the idea and its relevant memories and go chase my dream. Ugh. That's totally something Miss Sparkle would do. How do you like this ending, Sparkle? How does that joke go again? Take the mask from a masked fool, and what's left but a fool? But take the fool out of a masked fool, and all that's left is the mask. Come on, Sparkle. Time to end this little charade. No show is complete without a curtain call. Shall we become one at last? Bang! Ladies and gentlemen, are you having fun? A friendly reminder from Miss Sparkle. Don't underestimate the Phantom Moon Games. You won't get another opening act as spectacular as this Sparksicon, you know.
Sparksy. No. Sparkle? Which one is which?
Perhaps it was just a masked fool, playing a harmless trick under the watchful eyes of the gods. Or maybe she just wanted to remind us that the elation in plain Arcadia has become something even the gods no longer recognize. In any case, everything here has come to an end. We should move on and unravel the next plot. Let's go to that classroom where time froze 15 years ago. I want to investigate and find out who exactly created that place and why. Let me know when you're ready to head out. This place. It's like nothing ever happened. The ghosts are gone. "15 years ago, during the last Phantasmoon Games, I participated as a supplicant. I once believed that all it took for a supplicant to win was to show the people a magnificent miracle. And then I'd have an audience with the Eon of Elation. How foolish. How naive I was. Not everyone wants to obtain everyone's wish power in a positive way. On July 22nd, year 1984 of the Arcadian calendar, a supplicant harboring immense malice stepped into Graphia Academy. He slaughtered 22 students who had stayed behind after school. Then went on to Dovebrook District, where 146 innocent civilians were either killed or wounded. That killer moved like a deranged artist, leaving corpses, imprinting his signature mark. The Bloody Bloom. The media dubbed him the Herald of Death.
It was a tragedy the world could not forget. The Phantasmoon Games of that year came to be remembered as the Blood-Stained Games. So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himeko. Forgive me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ryusuke,
the current dean of Graphia Academy. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
"15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join this Phantom Moon Games, my father wasn't with me. Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos. Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
Welcome back to the Arcadian Morning Report Special Edition. We continue to bring you updates on the Phantom Moon Games.
The SparksyCon hosted by Supplicant Sparksy came to an abrupt end less than an hour after it began!
Under the watchful eyes of the entire network, the Nameless from the Astral Express went head-to-head with streamer Sparksy in a spectacular showdown. Unbelievable! I used to think all of the Trailblazers' fight scenes in director Rekka's latest film, Holy Grail Stay Night, were just special effects. Turns out he's got real moves.
We'll continue following the Astro Express's activities and bring you...
Breaking news! Around 4 p.m. today, the Security Bureau uncovered multiple corpses at the Sinwish Syndicate's headquarters in Dovebrook District. Initial reports suggest violent infighting among gang members as the cause. Even more shocking, an IPC employee was found dead at the scene. According to the investigation, the victim was identified as Lyndon Scott.
Lyndon Scott, age 34. Field operative in the Strategic Investment Department. Ring any bells, Mr. Ashvale?
Never heard of him. What was someone from the IPC doing here?
Word is, the Sinwish Syndicate recently got hold of a mask. Maybe Mr. Scott came to negotiate for the Phantom Moon Games, and got caught in the fallout. Apologies for interrupting your work, Mr. Ashvale.
Wouldn't call it an interruption. The mess at Graphia Academy cleared itself up. But this...
Initial assessment. 33 Sinwish Syndicate members. Leader Polwave included, along with second-in-command Costide, were murdered in the same time frame.
Costide.
The victims show clear signs of trauma and fractures, along with massive blood loss. Exact cause of death still pending further autopsy.
These stylized handprints. We both know what they mean.
Bloody Bloom. Only one person ever used that as their calling card.
The Herald of Death is back.
Your suspicion isn't without merit, but that guy was executed 5 years ago.
Executed? Who witnessed it? Was the execution broadcast to the public?
Who can prove he's dead? Who's to say you didn't let him out to rig this entire game?
You've heard the rule, haven't you? No one can enter the Phantom Moon Games twice. So let me give you a piece of advice. Don't let rage gnaw away at your reason. It's bad for your health. The case's info is in the dossier. Get to work. The Department of Aberration Defense isn't paying us to bum around,
Rage sparked quietly in the detective's chest, and not even the wind from Dovebrook could dispel the metallic tang of blood clinging to his nose. When he first heard the Sinwish Syndicate had obtained the mask, the grim premonition stirred within him, but he never expected it to be the omen of a friend's death.
Mr. N, he's no longer with us. Now he's just a body, another nameless casualty buried beneath a headline. People only care about the stars twinkling above, about the epic tales of the eternal conflicts among the cosmos' great figures. Compared to all that, who would mourn a small-time thug from a petty gang?
What should we do next?
I've been slacking off for far too long. It's time to make a choice.
Mr. Ashvale, if you're calling now, may I assume you've accepted my offer?
You are right, Miss Pearl. I'll join the games. Assuming you still need me, of course.
My offer still stands. Just like 15 years ago, the same omen returns. There are signs the Phantasmoon games are spiraling out of control again. Mr. Ashvale, I ask for your strength to steer these Ionic games back on course.
All I have to offer is a heart set on revenge.
Today, 33 citizens of Plain Arcadia and one IPC colleague perished under mysterious circumstances. Someone is imitating the Herald of Death's methods, attempting to interfere with the games. Only victory can bring solace to the fallen.
No. What consoles the dead is only justice.
What's the matter? Found a better candidate? Don't I even make the short list?
This is a game shaped by the most capricious Eon. Surprises and twists are its very nature. It's only right I choose the strongest players. Even so, I have to ask, what makes you so sure that I'd hire a wanted criminal to fight in the Phantasmoon games, instead of tossing you into an IPC cell?
Throw me in prison? But the Strategic Investment Department in Penacony clearly extended an olive branch to us Stellaron hunters. No? Changed your minds already? You suits sure turn faster than a page in a paperback. So let's cut the fluff. Give me a mask. Call it your first strategic investment in us. What do you say?
Understanding comes first, then the investment. Tell me, how do you plan to earn my trust?
Apologies in advance. Before I meet you, I broke into your collection room. I know what you've been working on. Oh, imaginate. Tell me, have you heard of Zero? Greatest hacker and most feared player in all of Punk Lord?
Some say she's an emanator of elation, while others say she enters the dark zone created by Mythos, as if it were her own backyard. She'd caused Punk Lord's data meltdown and infected IPC branches in 28 segmenta, isolating them from each other. Most information about Zero is half true, half false, much like the rumors surrounding you Stellaron hunters. But one thing is certain. Zero suffered a major downfall, and is now a prisoner of the IPC.
It's obvious she left a deep impression on you. Traumatic, even. In that case, you should also know that ether editing and imagenesis stem from the same technological source. Or art.
I know. I've studied it.
How could I forget? You stole Zero's tech to make that lousy cash grab game Ethereum Wars. Of course, you'd know all this. But you corporate moneybags will never comprehend it. The fleeting, ever-changing power of the elation. Zero once tampered with a parameter of reality, creating an independent realm that belonged solely to her, just like that other one.
Just like Graphia. Are you willing to trade the secrets of imagenesis?
I can think about it.
Deduction. You may be lying. I've heard that those who join the Stellaron Hunters have long since abandoned the path they once walked.
Who knows? You're in the Arcadia of Elation. Wouldn't it be a waste not to test your luck?
Deal, Ether Hacker. And to seal it with confidence, let me show you a little trick of the trade.
A hacking trick?
Not exactly professional. Negotiating while soaked in a bathtub. I took one of your data slices. This will help us have a more honest conversation.
How did you do that?
Because I've studied you, including that cyber battle between you and that genius Screwlum. I even logged into all 76 of those banned accounts. I scattered just enough data breadcrumbs online for you to sniff out, leading you to the Ashen Detective. I even let you stroll through my collection room to explore as you pleased. Miss Silverwolf, a word of advice. Don't treat that mask like some 10 Stonehearts investment in a Stellaron hunter. Just think of this deal as something private, between you and me.
What the heck? I just blinked and suddenly half the supplicants are wearing masks? I was hoping the show would get better. Streamers clashing with cosmic heroes. A flashy brawl without anyone getting hurt. Wouldn't that have been nice? But now we've got a crow, a shell, a cat, a wolf? How many more mystery guests are crashing the stage? And this thing? When did it sneak in? In the end, everything always spirals into the abyss. But you're the rare exception. Your first battle wasn't bad for a greenhorn protagonist. Since you came out on top, let's wipe the slate clean on that doom-filled oath. Who knows if the owners of those masks will become your friends or opponents? Or maybe one of them will bring about that terrifying future I saw in my dreams. Little one, how'd you find your way here? The supplicants in this Phantasmoon Games really caught me by surprise.
Why don't those people in the Go Home Club...
Know my heart and follow the way of the permanence.